Alright, so before we begin the episode, I do have to admit to a little mistake I made. So I got two microphones. One is the good microphone, the Blue Yeti, which I tested all the recording equipment with. However, somehow it switched to my webcam microphone the moment I started recording the episode. However, no worries, we can still fix it. So I'm gonna do a little voiceover just over the beginning stages of the game. There isn't a lot going on. Obviously, it is my first impression, which we kind of miss, but I am able to retell the story of the first beginnings. So we played for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I'm gonna retell you what happened. I'm gonna show you with the footage I have. There is, however, a silver lining. We spend the majority of the episode just looking around at stuff and talking a bit and building very slowly. So we can skip a lot of that stuff. We can just rush through it. So we have a lot of time left for the rest of the episode. So I was going to go over smelting and mining and stuff into the next episode. However, now that we've shortened this one, we have time as well. Next time this shouldn't happen, so hopefully you still enjoy the rest of the episode. So when we first join this world, we're greeted by this circle of magic and the text "First Gate of the Echo," which I couldn't really figure out what it meant. It seemed like some kind of dungeon, like I was stuck inside of a cave. We looked around for a bit. We saw some stuff we could pick up, like the rubble and the mushrooms. However, I decided to leave them. I was quite fascinated by the door because of the animations. I spent too long there, more than I would like to admit. So after that, we went into the world and see what it had to offer us. We found some cow-like creatures, which I didn't really know what they were, if they were even friendly or not, because they did look quite horrifying. However, I later found out they're called moss horns. Not sure if they're a monster or an animal, because they are in the category of monsters. But they looked quite friendly. They didn't attack me, so I guess that's fine. After we found those moss horns, I went around picking up some more rocks, as well as some sticks and berries I found. I wasn't sure how much of an impact food had in this game. I did see I had a health bar as well as some kind of energy bar. So I wasn't sure if the berries were there for the health or the energy, but I figured I should just pick them up. We found a little mouse, which I found really cute to see running around, as well as a red squirrel, which I really liked. Again, with the animations, the same with the door, I'm quite fascinated by. I didn't really expect it to have that much life to it, to the animation, so it was really nice to see. We looked around in the biomes surrounding us, so there's some kind of birch forest, as well as a regular forest with some ash trees and some oak trees. So we looked around a bit. I thought I saw something big and cuddly, but it turned out to be a grizzly bear. So I was quite terrified of it. So I started running. I figured I must be able to outrun it. It will get tired quickly, but it did really catch up to me in the end. But once I got to the trees, it turned around and went back to where it came from. We found some other neat stuff, some pigs, as well as some actual cows or bisons, which looks really nice and cute as well. So we found this old ruined castle. I'm definitely going to go back later, maybe try to fix up the castle or have some other projects with it. But for now, it was just nice to look at. We're definitely underprepared to go ahead and go mine into those pillars. I'm not sure if there are any monsters inside. There might be some loot, but we decided to come back later once we have some armor or some swords at least. So when I finally got some basic stuff with me, I decided to create our first hatchet, so we can start cutting down some trees for wood. I wasn't sure what resources were really necessary in the beginning, but I figured you can't go wrong with a little bit of wood or something. So we made a hatchet, we cut down a tree, which was surprisingly easy. I figured it would cost a bit of durability, but it seemed like the hatchet was okay. Maybe it's just really strong, I don't know. So we collected some wood, but I soon realized we need like a lot more wood, so I'm definitely going back later to grab some more. But for now we have enough to start thinking about maybe a starter home. There was a lake nearby, which I really liked. However, when I went a bit further, I saw these like rock formations, which gave like different platforms which you could build on, which I really liked. So I kind of had the idea to maybe make a city which every house has like its own like stone platform, and then there's a lot of bridges and valleys between them. I thought it could make a really dynamic kind of city. So I decided on that. I said, let's go ahead and build our first house here. We ended up calling it Stone City, which is really creative. I know it doesn't really have like an inside joke for just myself. That's why I like it, but just the name itself I think is good enough. When I started collecting some more resources for our house, I realized we were not the only ones in this world. There were also some skeleton dudes. Not sure what their names are. I have to look it up later. But they were swinging some kind of axe and they were hurting me pretty badly. So again, I decided to keep my distance and figured I might be back later once I have the swords and armor I need. So it grabbed some more stuff and we just went back home to start preparing for our first house. So making my starter house, it was quite easy, especially since we were mining inside of like a boulder. So we were protected from outside monsters and stuff. However, I didn't really expect how much wood I would need. I'm really used to the crafting recipe for wooden planks in Minecraft, which, if you've ever played it, once you have one log, you can convert it into 4 planks. However, in this game, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so you do get a lot more wood by just simply cutting down trees, but I didn't really expect to need more than that, so I had to go outside like 3 or 4 times in order to collect some more. I was getting quite bored of having like 4 or 5 broken pickaxes and mining very slowly. So we went outside and there was a swamp right next to our stone city. So I decided to take a look. There were some snakes and another skeleton dude. However, the structure I went in also had a chest, which contained some loot. I'm not sure how much of it is important. Eventually, we found another like camp or settlement, which also had some more chests, some more stuff. One of the things we found inside the chest was a candle, which isn't really important. However, when I came back home, I realized I have like 7 types of decorations I can choose from. And with that candle, it makes like 8 or 9, so I could make like one special thing. I decided to make a lantern for the outside of the house. But other than that, nothing really exciting happened. I just finished up the house and it looked great, so I'm just touring it now. I really like to have some details, which you can see the rubble it creates by mining into a rock. So these little cobblestone walls and cobblestone marble that I've placed around represent those kind of like grit and stuff that comes from mining some rock. So I really like those details, as well as the support beams I have placed down just to make it look like, you know, those support beams are holding up the things I've mined out, so the roof doesn't cave in or anything. So not only have I done that for the outside, there's also on the inside in the roof. I placed some support beams as well as a mix of cobblestone as well as normal stone to create some details, also to look like I have some rubble that I'm trying to keep from caving in. Other than that, not a lot going on. There's a kitchen area, which I used a combination of shelves and platforms as well as beams to create these like high shelves. sadly I couldn't place anything inside the shelves. Hopefully later on I find something I can place items in, like my salt or apples or stuff, just to display them. There is no upstairs quite yet. I was thinking of maybe going up all the way into like a tower situation, but I didn't really have the time to make that quite yet. So I created a downstairs instead, in which I've placed all the chests. So it is like a module kind of cellar. So I got the chest there, but there's also a wall behind that I can still break down and expand into indefinitely. And other than that, I placed a fence around the entire area, which I'm going to build in, for now at least. So eventually everything will become a city. But I've decided that the big platform which the house is on, I'll try to protect that from other monsters. However, I did see some wolves spawn, which are getting quite annoying. I'm not sure if the torches that I placed down are helping. Maybe I should place some more. I'll just look into how the spawning mechanic works. But for now, it looks nice. It keeps animals in as well. So that's it for the tour. That's everything we've done for this episode. However, now that I've cut it down with this voiceover, we have a lot more time. So this concludes this part of the episode. Now let's get back to the actual gameplay. Welcome back, everyone. So, in the meantime, I constructed a new kind of shed outside. I was planning to end this episode in the house, just because we did so much in the beginning. However, because of my mistake, the episode turned out to be around 15 minutes, which is a bit too short for me. But it's nice. It means you guys get to enjoy a lot more content in one episode. So, about this shed. I was thinking we might be able to go mining today. I did get a copper ore in one of the loot chests. There it is. It says it can be smelted inside a furnace. So I did see a furnace at the workbench. I'm just gonna craft it now. I think it's this one. Let's see. I might be wrong. There we go. Any tree trunk as well as any stone. Takes a while, but there we go. We got our furnace. So I was thinking we place down the furnace, and I already prepared some stuff to go adventuring. I did see a cave right next to us, so maybe it's deep enough for us to really go and explore. I'm not sure if we need anything else. It seems like some kind of fuel as well as the input, which I guess the copper ingots should be enough. You can upgrade it with copper, iron, thorium, as well as cobalt. We don't have any of those, but maybe we find some in the mine today. So yeah, I really like the place we got right now. The grass still hasn't grown, so maybe I am mistaken that there is no, that it doesn't spread on its own. But we'll see. We'll just go mining close by. Maybe the grass will spread on its own. So this is the cave I saw. I also found some chickens nearby, which I did see in the crafting table that there is some kind of farmer station which you could create animal feed. So we might be able to feed the animals. There's also a little chicken. Oh, it's really cute. It isn't that scared of me, I think. But it doesn't want to stay still. It makes its own sound as well. It's very cute. Okay, anyway, I get distracted a lot. This is the cave. I brought some torches. I think I can place one in my offhand just for some extra light. And then I can place the torches as well. Yeah, there we go. So, this is copper ore. In my first playthrough, I did like 20 minutes of exploring and stuff in my very first world. And I did come across this. So it just drops copper ore. I haven't found any of the other ores yet, so I'm not sure how deep you have to go. If it's even based on like levels. There's also some brown mushrooms, as well as moss. Can we pick it up? Yeah, we can. Okay. Might come in handy later. I'm still... Okay, wait. I have to switch hands to place, which I still have to figure out. So, we do have a cave going quite deep. I try to place torches in a way that I can find my way out. So, just by putting it on the right side of the wall. I just know that if I follow the right side of the wall, I'll eventually, like, come back here. We might need a waypoint to show that this is our way. So I'll just place down some cobblestone blocks just to show which way we came from. Is this copper as well? I think this is something different. Let's see. This is iron. Okay. So you don't have to go all that deep to find other ores. Maybe it's a common or uncommon thing. This is common and this is also common. Okay. Doesn't seem to be any more of it. Let's see. We'll just go to the top level first. I see something shining here. Some more iron. Great. And then we're back at the surface, I think. So it is quite a spaghetti-like cave. I just get turned around a bit. Like there's holes everywhere. There's not really like one consecutive tunnel. There's nothing up here. Okay. So we'll just try to follow the original path and just mine what we find. So yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the episode till now. I feel really kind of dumb to mess up the recording like that with the different microphone. I went back into OBS just to check what else I could change and what might help me in editing. So from that moment on, I learned I could use different audio tracks to separate the game audio from the microphone audio, which was something I didn't know was possible inside OBS. To be fair, I haven't really looked into it before I started recording. I was just really excited to play. So it might be a bit of my mistake. I think there are monsters here. I did see some kind of like glowing eyes. Like, there we go. There's, I think it's a rat and maybe a mole. Oh, they look scared of me. Oh, there's also a really shiny thing. Look at that. Oh, okay, he's not friendly. Okay, I thought he was friendly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I kind of feel bad for killing him. We had no choice. I'm not sure what this is. This one looks friendly. Okay, he's also not friendly. Okay. I think they have a really like close range before they become aggressive. So we could stay away from them for a bit. However, they do drop stuff we need, like the hide. So it might be easy to just kill them. I should heal up though. I brought some food, which should help. Okay, we'll just explore this bit. Excuse me. Hello. What are you doing here? I thought I left you back up there. I mean, we are quite close to the surface, but I mean, you still follow me all the way down. I think he joins it here. I don't think the other mobs are trying to kill him. The rats are running away, so I guess he's safe down here. Or I should say, it's a she, I think. I think it's a she. Well, you just stay there. We'll just mine all this copper. Oh, there we go. This is a big side of the cave. So I do see some glowing kind of mushroom maybe, or plant. Just gonna dig that way until we can get to it. So here we are. As you can see, the cave goes on quite a way. It's getting a pretty big cavern as well. I thought it would be like these spaghetti caves, like all the way down, but the deeper we go, the more it opens up. Anyway, I found the blue cave weed. I'm not sure what it does. It doesn't say what it is, okay. It does emit light if you hold it, which is nice, I guess. But it is also a lot of other stuff, some kind of plant that doesn't want to be picked up. I did see something glowing green. I should really stay on track, actually, but I get distracted so much. Okay, so these are the flat cap mushrooms. Nice. There's some more here. I'm not sure if they're useful for anything, but I do really like them. Maybe as decorations. Okay, I should place down some more torches and try to mine everything I see. Oh, what's that? I got scared. Okay, maybe I should eat a little before I interact. I don't think he's friendly. Not guessing he is. Okay, maybe he is. I can't interact with him, so I should maybe kill him. I'm not sure. He's quite scary. Okay, I guess we go after him, maybe. Okay, no, he's not friendly. Okay, we figured it out. And he did drop something. Linen scraps, which we do need, so that's nice. There's also some kind of reddish grass here. Oh, I shouldn't go this far down. All right, I'm just gonna build up, and we'll see if we can find some more interesting stuff. Boom shrooms. Oh, you get boom powder once you collect them. Okay. I think we could use that to make some kind of explosive. Oh. What's this? Okay, those things look kind of strange. Do I attack it? It looks like a spider den, but I'm not sure if I should... Okay, I can attack it, and it does drop something. Let's see. Pile of skulls. Okay. Let's put down some light. Just to see what's going on. Okay, do they only drop, like, skulls? Or is there a chance they drop something else? I think it's just skulls. Okay. We can't pick up these webs, I'm guessing. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So there's a kind of larvae. There's some more. Not sure if they're like supposed to be in this kind of biome. It does stretch on for quite a bit. Doesn't seem to have anything interesting. I thought maybe there were some loot chests or something. Maybe. We can just look to see if there's anything more. There's a spider, which we can take down, I think. Okay, great. I just need to heal up a bit. Oh, there's another one. Okay. I'm not sure where he came from, because we just came from that way. Please don't kill me. Okay. Okay, that's the poison. I'll eat some more meat, I guess. There you go. I don't see anything interesting. Maybe we should, like, break some more of those cocoons. Just checking. It does go on here. Some more spider webs. No, I think that's it. We'll just go back to the first room, which had all those, like, cocoons in it. And we can check if there's something else it can drop. Not sure, maybe there's like one special cocoon and then a few like random ones. Okay, these spiders are getting a little annoying. Okay. Okay, just eat, 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 eat. Okay, come on. Eat some more, eat some more. Okay, I think we're safe. Whoa, that was really close. Okay, we aren't poisoned. I do hear something. Okay, there's another spider. Okay, just... I don't think he sees me quite yet. Okay, so it is a biome that spawns like spiders. It's me. Okay, okay, okay. Come on, come on. Just... Oh, no. Okay. That's too bad. I thought Oh, I think I drop like half of the items. As well as lose half of the durability. Okay. I'm just gonna take a quick nap. I think. Hello? Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. I'm not sure if I know my way back. I do really want to pick up the stuff I left because I did have quite a bit of stuff. But we know that I guess the spider den is a pretty dangerous place. So we're just gonna try and get our stuff back. Okay, so I haven't found the stuff quite yet, but I did find yellow orchid, which look really nice. And some different kind of ore. Well, it looks like ore, but I'm not sure what this is. Can I not mine it? Yellow crystal shards. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're in the spider den. There's a lot of meat, and this is... Yeah, there we go. Okay. I got all of the stuff. I just need to make some space for the rest of it. So just up ahead, there is some kind of, I think, structure. There we go. It's like a hideout, maybe. Oh, there's lava as well. That's a really big monster. Okay. I don't think we're quite ready to do this, but I am gonna place a torch down around this area, just so we know to go here. Alright, so we found our way home. It was quite easy to find it back home, especially since we died. So I walked that path maybe like 2 or 3 times just to try and find it. But we got all the ores. I would have to clean my inventory a bit, so I'm gonna dump a few of these unprocessed ores as well as the yellow shards. So let's go ahead and check out how this furnace works. I did have some charcoal from the cooking station I got in the kitchen. I'm not sure why I grabbed the crystals. There we go. Okay, so the charcoal. And so we got a copper as well as iron. I'm not sure if we can smelt it together. I think it just takes a priority on the first one. We're just gonna check. Takes a while. There we go. Okay. It just takes a copper. I do see the charcoal's going quite fast. I'm not sure if this burns a lot more fuel than the cooking station does. It does seem like it. Okay, but it does retain its progress, which is nice. I think we got some more coal. And otherwise we do have a lot of wood somewhere. Okay, I got 2 charcoal here. And I'll just grab some wood if I have some. Okay, I don't have a lot of wood either. Okay, so I'm just gonna cook up some meat, which creates some charcoal. And then we can continue smelting. Also, apparently you can just turn on the campfire with wood in it, even though you have nothing to smelt, to create some charcoal. I'm not sure if the sticks work better than the logs. However, we got a bunch of each of them, so I think it's fine. So we created some charcoal. I already got the furnace running, so we got some extra copper. I was checking if we might be able to first of all upgrade our tools, and if we can do that in the crafting table or the workbench, I should say. Yeah, we can. Okay, so it takes copper, any type of wood, and then some plant fiber. Let's see. You also have iron tools, which require leather, which we don't have as of yet. So I'm guessing we're gonna go copper for the pickaxe. There we go. There's also a repair kit, which takes linen scraps, iron ingots, and light leather. So we do need leather for a lot of things. I know we can craft something. A tanning rack, I think, is used to make leather. So we're gonna craft that. We also have a blacksmith anvil and a armorer's workbench. Let's start with the blacksmith anvil. So we're gonna take this stuff outside to our furnace, and we're gonna build a little area just to house all these benches. Okay, so I think we finally got enough of the light leather. I'm just processing some more just to be sure. So what's neat about this crafting system is when you try to make something, it checks all your chests in order to find the stuff you need to craft. So as you can see, we have 88 iron ingots, but we don't have any in our inventory. The only thing that doesn't work is the sword. Maybe every item in this workbench. But for some reason, it sees the iron ingot and it sees the linen scraps, but it doesn't see the leather once I put this away. I don't have the option to make it, while the same leather, the same light leather, can be used in crafting recipes for the armor. So there's probably some kind of bug with it, but I just gonna keep it on me just in case. I have to turn this one on again. So let's make some armor. I think if we look at the difference between the stats of the copper and iron, we can see that it has like 3% more resistance, both projectile as well as physical, and also has a bunch more hearts. So obviously iron armor is the best for us. So we're just gonna craft the helmet first. It takes a little while. There we go. Probably it auto equips, which is nice. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. The cuirass. I'm not sure. The chest plate. I'm just used to chest plate. The gauntlets, and then finally the greaves, which I need 4 more light leather, which I have right here. There we go. 6 in total. Yeah, there we go. And great. Let's see in third person. We got the entire set of iron. It isn't that visible in the dark, but it looks very nice. I really like the textures of it. It has 100 durability, and I got a bunch more hearts. Let's see if we can make anything else. So I was looking at the swords. That's the wrong button. I was looking at the swords. So we have a bunch of different options. We have the mace, as well as the battle axe, the daggers, and the bow. I do really like the bow, so I might be able to upgrade this one to iron, which I do need more leather. I am kind of used to the sword now, so I think we just keep on using the sword for now, and once we have enough resources, we can try out the rest of the weapons, because for now it does cost a lot of light leather, which we don't really have. So let's see if we have enough. I think it takes a while before we have... We need 3 in total. Okay, we can do 3. There we go. And then we can make the sword. Great, look at that. Nice. So it does take a lot of leather as well as other stuff to create these like weapons and armor. But fortunately for us, we do also have a repair kit in case something goes wrong and we die like we did today. We can make a repair kit with just 1 light leather, 2 linen scraps, and then 1 iron. This would, let's see if it has a description. Used to repair tools, weapons, and armor. Repaired items will lose up to 10% of their maximum durability. So it repairs up to 90%, which is quite a bit. If we had to make everything again, I think we would lose a lot of the resources we have. If you just look at the chestplate, for example, it takes 16 iron, 7 leather, and 6 linen scraps. So having repair kits definitely will help. We do need a lot more linen scraps and leather in order to make all the repair kits. However, we don't have to get the repair kits right now. We have a full durability on all the armor and tools. So we got the tools, we got the shovel as well as the pickaxe and the sword. The hatchet is fine. I don't really cut a lot of wood, and when I do, it all breaks down in one go anyway. So I'm fine with keeping it like that. Alright guys, so I think we got all the stuff ready to go exploring. However, we have to do that next episode. We don't have all the time in this episode, sadly. So we got a bunch of stuff ready, and I think next episode we'll just go exploring first to all those ruined buildings we saw. Maybe we'll figure out how to do the animal feeds and stuff. I have a station set up here to look into making all that stuff, and as well some crates and coops and stuff, so maybe we can do the next episode as well. So for now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.